Yaran yilla domoro kadiyate.
Boy, janno CK's restaurant.
Sa nako be ninna dimbal. Nimba domoro kala janno.
Domoro seneyata adiyata topotoro fanan kendema bije. Luntan during tamala abeka domoro kijani. Adi manda wala de. Teka we bijele anim fanan ka fadi jang ikono e fa. E ka fa minne ko pastry anim bakery. Iko fanan bekalele. Badde lomba conference lomba workshop lomba ye fo fendin lon dunia kono. Domoro betama nyillom international otoda number 1.
Amanke ba domo la jandama.
Esa domo jang is atariya.
Wo mu kubandi.
Sa nako sa futandin.
Oto sa nako be mu CK's restaurant.
Ndafa na janna mu yat ni manje dorom bijam.
Aban.
CK's restaurant, known for best quality food and customer satisfaction.
Diwli lanni maro lanni
fop lanni
awa joni mi anda honno gerde ten e ngaldo sabu e ngaldo Ibrahima jonnal taw joni mi anda se yahay kapitiki nyawloden ha humpondire makko est ce qu'on non e warude
waden no
ane ko de Ibrahima ma ko to woni
mo Amerique
ko America woni kede humpitaki fi be musibe men baluwo be andanda kala ko wawda wonde aduna si arrivi e juude mabbe a jonnay do dépassement Gambia har no weebi ayata kadi taw ko mbudi din no jawi walla no jippi be halantama ko kala ko falda ko reise sengo nyamete ili nebba maro basal pomme de terre kala ko rewi dom a hendo to har no weebi kadi wona dum don tu be abbe jonnira e mobile phone siko dum kadi laptop kala ko wayrode di ay kasbawa be wawma jonnude kadi sa wala humpitade ko weebi ettu Google account ma joni data ton wada download app mabbe on ayay kala ko humpi may mabbe ton be weebi ama
ka wonda woy aduna on
kala ko wawda
a jonnanay wondo ka leydi men Gambia do dépense
harano weebi ama si dum no fono nebi immo den joni mi dota ma ka place mabbe jan
waden joni
iya heba ko fala
waden kisam.
When we touch down, better broke down.
With Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
So she became mine and see the
In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
I get it.
Okay, mbijal raga nyani.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la story.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay.
Welcome, members of the media here present. We are assembled to continue the journey towards upholding, consolidating, and enhancing our parliamentary democracy. Parliamentary democracy has three pillars. It must rest on the dictates of law, conscience, and the national interest. It is nourished by procedures. The development at the National Assembly has to be debated by the population. National Assembly members are embodiments of the powers of the people of the Gambia, the sovereign people of the Gambia. The issue at hand is a new constitution for the Gambia. I am a part and parcel of those who are the architect of a manifesto supported by a coalition. And in that manifesto, it is expressed that a third republic should be founded by the coalition when it assumes the reign of the state. The executive is now in the hands of the person supported by the coalition. And the expectation is that Gambia will have a new constitution after criticism that the 1997 constitution needed to be reinvented so that it will move the country to another level. It is common sense that you cannot have a third republic without the constitution of a third republic. The primary objective of the new National Assembly in 2017 should have been the founding of the supreme law of the land. Practice, conduct must be based on law. Otherwise, you cannot have the rule of law. And when it became a major agenda, I was among the first who said that we were not in the process of overthrowing a government. We had undergone a democratic change to the ballot box, and we were undergoing the process of consolidating democracy, and a third republic must be born. In doing that, you cannot simply take the 1997 Constitution and drop it in the ocean. I told them that the Constitution was a living document, and it has said how it should be changed. And nobody can disregard that without overthrowing it. The records are there. But the overwhelming majority of parliamentarians agreed that we should establish a constitutional review commission. And the commission will be charged with the responsibility of providing a draft constitution, a new constitution, that would have to be promulgated. But how, was my question. Because at that material time, I could only see two options in amending the 1997 Constitution. A process where the National Assembly members will receive a bill, consider it, pass it, and send it to the President for his assent. And that has happened when Parliament decided to change the 65 years limit to the term of being qualified to be a presidential candidate. It was published in the Gazette, brought to the Assembly, passed, taken to the President for his assent, and it is now a constitutional provision without a referendum. But the Constitution says, under Section 226, subsection 4 and 7, that there are provisions of the Constitution which were entrenched clauses that could not be changed without a referendum. I said that if we wanted a very speedy process, we should review the 1997 Constitution. All those provisions which could be changed without a referendum will be put as a bill, brought to the National Assembly, passed, assented to by the President, and automatically those provisions will be changed. Then those provisions that require a referendum will be put together, then we go into a referendum. That within a year, we could have changed the Constitution. But no, the intention was there to come up with something new, just like the 1970 Constitution was put in the dustbin. Well, the opinion was that the 1997 Constitution could also suffer the same fate, so that we come up with a new Constitution. Who will oppose that? What is essential is to have a third republic with the Constitution of the Third Republic. But what was the agenda? The agenda was to come up with a totally new constitution and promulgate it. We followed through. The HCRC was mandated to consult, it has done that. To publish the constitution, it has done that. To give it to the President, it has done that. To be published in the Gazette, that has been done. To publish its report, that has been done. And eventually, a Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, 2020 Promulgation Bill 2020, was brought to the National Assembly in September 2020 for the promulgation process to start. That required its submission, first reading, second reading to debate the merit. But as the nation witnessed, we debated content rather than merit. The clauses, the details are supposed to be reviewed at the committee stage, clause by clause. And subject matter specialists, interested parties, all could be invited so that they'll be able to express their opinions on the Constitution. The debate was, could the National Assembly touch it? couldn't. Of course, the National Assembly can review and make amendments to bills, but it could have been an agreement of not touching it or touching it. That's a debate of itself. What is best for the nation? The national interest should have been supreme. That debate was amputated because the Constitution required that we cannot move with a bill unless at the second reading you have the support of 3/4 of all the members of the National Assembly. The majority supported the second reading, but the minority opposed the second reading. And we could not get 3/4 majority, and that is why the constitutional process was blocked. At the adjournment debate, I raised the question, answered by Her Excellency the Vice President and the Minister of Justice. Is the government still committed to the founding of a third republic? And how could that be done without the the constitution of a third republic? They said that they will go back and cabinet will consult. Eventually, it was declared that yes, they would want to engage in a process of consultation. I must say, since we left the National Assembly, the party that I belong to and the National Assembly members it has had never been contacted by anybody. Until recently, we were told that we should go to the International Conference Center. International delegations are there and coming to talk to political parties to see how they can resolve a problem. What problem? The majority supported the second reading so that it can go to the committee state for a review. The minority opposed that. Where is the crisis? So as far as we are concerned, we are on board. It is better to go and consult those who are not on board. And we are on board in this sense that we are ready also for dialogue. And the dialogue could have gone at the level of the committee stage. Now, looking at the current sitting, this is the 4th ordinary session of the current legislative year. That's the end of this legislative year. And since we have come to the end of the legislative year, I saw the urgency of introducing a motion so that we can rescind the decision we made in September. And if we do, we reverse the process to 22nd December, where the bill will be there for further consideration. And I will read exactly the motion I intended to table for history to judge. And allow me to do that so that you will get the content and then decide what would have been best for the nation. But before doing that, it is good to summarize the process. Why did I introduce a motion to seek leave from the Speaker on the basis of urgency? It is simple. At the level of the National Assembly,